Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. In the last episode, we designed a new super battleship and battlecruiser, and we now continue our war with the United States as we try to turn things more decisively in our favor. Admiral Lawson fails command check utterly. I have no chance to decline. This had better not be the end of HMS New Zealand, because this is my last good operational battlecruiser. To be honest, we're not that far from Bermuda. If more than one American battlecruiser shows up, we're just booking it west and screw the convoy. On the other hand, if their raid force consists of a single Raleigh-class light cruiser and a couple of destroyers, this could get a little embarrassing for the US, actually. That's an 8,000-ton brand new light cruiser right there, too. I mean, her only chance is to get out of range of New Zealand, or she's just dead. And she's got to get out of range before she takes more than like 2 or 3 14-inch shells. Which she's getting pretty close to doing, honestly. We're also well in torpedo range, I'm guessing, so let's take a hard turn to port before we get torpedoed. We're actually barely in torpedo range. Okay. Let's angle ourselves a little bit to port. And now hard to starboard. Oh, now we're way too much in torpedo range. Okay. Harder to starboard than that. Okay, now the problem is the light cruiser's getting away. Still in gun range, though. Could we target her? No? Okay. You know, she is still in gun range, but... Ouch! 2 14-inch shells on a 2,000-ton ship, that's gonna hurt. Unfortunately, the cruiser is gonna get away unless she turns back, or we otherwise get very lucky. We did get one hit on her, but they used the destroyers pretty well as a distraction, so... Yeah, that's the destroyer. I think it's the... I don't know which destroyer, but I guess we finish her off either way. No, it's the Connor class, actually. She got going again after the 8 14-inch hits. That's surprising and unfortunate. Pretty sure she's dead now, though. Yeah. Alright, let's cruise back over to the convoy. Even if we don't sink the cruiser, at least we can not lose the convoy this time. Where's the convoy? Oh, it's down here. Down there? Well, we'll find it eventually. Sighting range is still pretty good. There it is. Right, so we're just going to cruise around by the convoy. If their raiding force comes back, which I've seen the AI do stupider things, then maybe we'll get a second chance at sinking the cruiser without destroyers to chase us off this time. If not, we at least got a destroyer, maybe 2. Really? Really? Never mind, it's no longer a win, because we lost a destroyer to a random mine while retiring from the engagement. We did, however, sink a 2,000-tonner, so it's still a slight win, and the convoy is safe. Let's see. Yeah, USS Oklahoma City was sprinting north still by the look of it. Oh, maybe she turned around actually, but not for a long time she hadn't. How many destroyers did they have? Well, we did win. No, I don't want to actually, because he's pretty good. He just had a really bad roll or something there. Improved optics quality, gradual accuracy improvement. Improved oblique penetration, better AP penetration, reduced effective inclined belt. Night surface torpedo attacks, increase in submarine effectiveness. Okay. Oh, that's a submarine tech. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we have night surface torpedo attacks, but submarine tech makes sense. Okay. Dive bomber, faster, longer range, slightly. More firepower, for whatever that's worth. I'd be fighting. Yeah, we're not taking Panama quickly. Their cruisers are certainly doing a number. On the other hand, not enough to make up for the fact that we're still blockading the North American East Coast. How much did these cost? Not that much. Let's lay down. How long until? Okay, it's at least a year before we have any construction finished up. So, how much over our current budget can I go then? Let's see here. If I did lay down, what am I short? 14? Yeah. If I laid down 14 of these, we would be at negative 5,700. Actually, that would work out. It would take something like 12 months to drain the treasury at that rate. And just about the time that was drained, the Courageous class would be finished. It would, however, scupper any chance of laying down a battleship or battlecruiser immediately, but I'm kind of probably more concerned with getting the destroyer force up to snuff, and then any battleship, battlecruiser I lay down is not going to be finished before the end of this war, unless this war drags on a really long time. And there's just no way I'm going to outbuild the United States anyway. They are literally building 5 battleships, 6 battlecruisers right now. There's absolutely no way I outbuild that. I'm pretty sure my budget would stretch to like 2 of each would be generous, honestly. Probably not even that. So we've just got to end the war in the next year, basically. If we took Panama, it would certainly help. They still haven't brought much, not any significant force back. They have 2 battleships on their east coast, which is why it's under blockade. Are they all still in Hawaii? Yes. Why? Midway is not worth Panama. Oh, not this again. Yes, go to the air group screen and copy paste this time. Okay. Oh, and I should bring Courageous over to the east coast. Yes, let's do that next turn. Or, oh, let's do that this turn. Where is she? I should bring a couple of Bristol. Well, leave them here for now. I don't really care to lose them. Well, we can just keep using the conquest. Well, yeah, we can probably just keep using the conquest as sacrificial lambs for now. But get Courageous over here. We're over base capacity anyway, so I gotta be a little careful about this. Did we finish that base yet? I feel like we actually might have. It takes a long time to build up, but... Oh, one more turn. Well, then we'll see what else we can bring over, maybe. Probably not much, because our capacity is 170. We might still be over strength, I don't know. Okay. Do I have a ship to add? Didn't really think so. Well, you know, worst case, we can just run into port. So let's see what they bring, I guess. Our colonial light cruisers are not that great, but they've got all centerline 6-inch guns. If the raiding force is light cruisers and destroyers, we'll be fine. If it's, you know, the latest heavy cruisers, then we got a problem. Where? I kind of forgot that there's a US base on Hainan, so apparently they've just been staring Fort Bayard and Hong Kong in the face this whole time. I could send a couple of Bristols over here, maybe. If I don't have space for them on the East Coast, they'd do great over here. In fact, I probably should. I should be pressing the Americans more in their couple of colonial territories that they have. Oh, up there, huh? Okay. It's not like mine are totally uncovered because the Minervas are all over the place, but yeah. Sailing through the known minefield, why not? Okay, well, if that's an accurate depiction of the enemy, then we're not going to be able to fight that with what we have here. But I could send some ships over here. We still have at least 1 or 2 spare heavy... Oh, they're bombarding the fort. Okay, they're right here, apparently? Shouldn't my day sighting range be more than this? Oh. Okay, that's a single Raleigh-class cruiser. Very nice modern cruiser. 8 6-inch guns in 4 twin turrets. Significantly, you know, better armored and heavier firepower than these. Although we have a better deck, which could count for a lot. But on the other hand, we've got 2 and they've got 1, so... Oh, and they're engaging this... Okay, this is a pathetic coastal battery, to be fair. It's just a target. Anyway, oh, but we do have a real coastal battery here. It's pretty pathetic, but it's technically something. In fact, it's caused some damage, clearly. Let's see what we can do. Sinking this thing would be kind of embarrassing for the USA, honestly. To lose one of their newest light cruisers to a couple of my colonial cruisers. And, you know, she's kind of getting her ass kicked. Like, Raleigh was busy engaging our coastal battery, didn't really notice us approaching from the sea until it's too late, and she does have above water torpedo tubes. We should probably be more careful about those, but on the other hand, I would... Son of a bitch. Every time I'm about to say, well, they probably fired them already and missed or something, no. It's really not far to Fort Bayard. We're lucky she can limp her way back. Raleigh is clearly finished at the very least, and she's worth a lot more than Diana, so even if we lose Diana, it's a win. Yeah, okay, well. Still a win, but a much less clean one. No, these don't have torpedoes, because these are colonial cruisers. In my defense, they were never really intended to see combat, exactly. Except in rare situations like this. Well, we lose Diana to, well, gunfire, but detached because of... Oh, no, the torpedo, yeah. Thought the torpedo was down here more. No. Because of 1 torpedo from USS Raleigh, we do lose HMS Diana. On the other hand, USS Raleigh is a considerably, well, moderately larger, but significantly more modern and expensive cruiser. And we pretty much pulverized her, so that's well done. There's not really any point. The discount on the total budget thing is a lot more tempting if it's something other than a destroyer. You know what? True victory lies at sea. I've given the army the budget twice already, and frankly, they don't really produce very many victory points from it, so. Large diesel engines, not right now. Okay. Sank three submarines, that's nice. And our bases are a little bigger. And the Austro-Hungarians have moved some submarines over here at least. Don't know what they're going to do with them, but they've moved some submarines over here. I don't think they're going to contribute much to the war, but maybe the submarines will help. Maybe they'll sink something. Oh, where'd the American fleet go? Is it coming back? Yeah. Well, we had a good run where they weren't doing much of anything. Wish we would take bloody Panama. Oh, right, so base capacity. Yeah, we're still over the base cap, so I'm not going to be able to move much over to here. However, I could. Let's see, what's the situation in the Pacific like? Well, at this point, they don't really have anything in Southeast Asia. It'd be funny if I invaded Hawaii. We've got ships that are not really doing anything here, so let's send like 4 Bristols. I guess we don't have any heavy cruisers, but let's send 4 Bristols to Southeast Asia and see if we can take Hainan away from the USA. You know what will be extra funny about that is I practically guarantee you that if I start invading Hainan, they will send their whole fleet to Southeast Asia and let me just keep on blockading the East Coast. And that would be hysterical, to be fair. Alright. One more turn. Cruiser action. Admiral Lawson's doing pretty well, other than that one disaster. We are assessing that they don't have any battlecruisers here, and I haven't seen them in a while. So hopefully this will go fine. It's nighttime. It's February, but it is soon to be dawn. If we see anything, we're turning away immediately unless it's daylight already. I refuse to let New Zealand get sunk the way Lion did. That's definitely a destroyer. Turn hard to port. Or, yeah, that's port. Is that really just a heavy cruiser? That's big looking. And we missed. Again. And Staunch is crippled. Where's my daylight, damn it? Soon. Okay, we didn't get hit by a bunch of torpedoes. Let's turn back. Daylight, please. Oh, hello, HMS Howe and Camperdown. Nice to see you, and your 14-inch guns. Although we have 14-inch guns too, but never mind it. What is that? What is that? Someone identify that right now. Is that a battlecruiser? You know, if it is, then she's about to have a nasty surprise because here's HMS Howe and Camperdown. That's a battleship. What? Okay, that was in line with our intelligence, to be fair. They have no battlecruisers here, but they do have battleships, but that's just... Get the hell over here, you morons. There's a battleship. Okay. And New Zealand is not really a match. Well, actually, you know, she kind of is. Weirdly, for this being a battlecruiser versus battleship engagement, because this is a treaty battleship, And just because of some shenanigans of the AI, but she only has 8 12-inch guns and an 11-inch belt. We have 8 14-inch guns and a 12-inch belt. Now, what she also has is a 4.5-inch deck. But at this range, what did I just say? She has an 11-inch belt? We penetrate that at 17,000 yards. The range is 8,000 yards. Most shots are going to be hitting the belt, realistically. This isn't far enough for significant plunging fire, so... This might be the real... Oh, that hurt. It didn't hurt that bad, actually. I mean, we did take 8 12-inch rounds, but maybe they bounced on our belt, eh? Not that one, but perhaps the others. All we have to do is slow her down a little bit. Because, I mean, Howe and Camperdown are right there. And we're landing 14-inch hits. We really are. New Zealand is doing a fantastic job trying to avenge her sister here. Just need to slow that ship down a little bit. The problem is, by a little bit, I mean at least 5 or 6 knots. She is much faster than Rod, Camperdown, and Howe, but... Okay, full daylight. These destroyers are... Well, what the hell? She's just sprinting. We did not slow her down significantly. She is sprinting away. And Howe and Camperdown are turning around and going the other way for no reason. Okay, hard turn, because I feel there's probably torpedoes in the water. Well, you know what? Screw it. I don't need Howe and Camperdown. I'm going after her myself. New Zealand won that gunnery engagement very decisively, so it's not that crazy. Yeah, okay. Not worried about that. We sank at least one of their destroyers to make up for it anyway. Don't think that one's coming back. God, she's fast. This is the other problem. Jeez, wait, why are we not... Why is this our maximum speed? We took machinery damage. Did we really not do any machinery damage to her? Because I don't think she was moving 20 knots. I think she was still moving 27, but... Oh, maybe not. No, she's slowed down now, I think. This could be a chase now, a proper one. I wish Howe and Camperdown had stuck with me, because they can pretty much make the same speed as me. Maybe they can only do 20 knots, but I mean, come on. Oh boy, low on ammo too. Don't think she's quite sinking yet, but... Not exactly plastering her with hits. Well... What happened to... Did I not have more than this? Didn't I have something else in my order of bet? I guess I didn't ever. Just stow. Or storm. That is. Well, you guys, try, huh? That's just one of her destroyers, I think. Can I hold fire? I think there is a way. Yeah. Hold fire for a minute here. We're wasting too much ammo and the range is too long. I'm gonna wait for the range to come down. the range right now? 20,000 yards. If we get it within 15,000 yards, I'll resume firing. She's pretty much wasting her ammo firing at us. As far as I know, the doesn't have unlimited ammo either, so... Down to 16,000. She does still seem to be doing 20 knots, which is high enough to give our destroyers fits, unfortunately. So far as any attempt to torpedo her goes. $13,000. Okay, but now I feel we're closing, so I'm gonna hold fire until we're within 10,000 yards or something. Problem is we don't have much ammo. Forward superimposed is pretty much out. It's mostly our aft turrets that have ammo, which pretty much means if we're gonna kill her, we have to get close. She doesn't quite. I think maybe we have like a 1 knot speed advantage. How much machinery damage do we really take? Apparently we're not gonna fix whatever it is. If we could do 27 knots, this would be over real fast. We're still holding fire. Turn more. Turn more, turn more, turn more. I don't care how much range we lose, we gotta turn. We're firing torpedoes at the destroyer. That's such a waste. Okay, we did it. In terms of the destroyer, we didn't get torpedoed. Did we land any hits here? I don't know if we did or not. Allegedly she's down to 15 knots. Forward superimposed 2 is fully out of ammo. Aft turrets have plenty. The margins are pretty tight here. Hopefully the destroyer is pretty screwed. She seems pretty intact actually, which is bad, but the Minnesota is slowing down. Like 15 knots now. She clearly doesn't have much ammo either, because we're not getting exactly plastered with fire as we try to close in here. Primary or secondary, really. Range 10,000 yards. Do we think the aft turrets bear? I think they might. Fire. Yeah, that's at least 6 shell splashes they're bearing. Come on. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yes. That's a little bit of revenge, finally. Well done, New Zealand. Wait, get back here. Yeah. Okay. That destroyer might get away, actually, but if she's still floating. Chased her halfway to Portland. Howe and Camperdown didn't do shit. But that is scratch one American battleship. And that makes up for a lot of our losses today. Back to St. John. To be fair, an absolutely crazy raid for them to attempt, considering they should know we have an entire squadron of battleships stationed around here. Apparently our torpedo bombers tried to attack something. Didn't achieve anything, but they tried. Zeppelins. Zeppelins just bombed one of my cruisers. That destroyer made it. Well, all in all, we lost HMS Staunch. She was unfortunate enough to be hit by a 12-inch round, plus several near misses, plus a bunch of 4-inch and 5-inch in like the first 3 minutes of contact, and did not survive that, really. We sank USS Winslow, which is a 1,500 tonner, not bad, with mainly 4-inch and 5-inch secondary fire. Well, and the and direct fire from our light cruisers. She must have sunk in the initial engagement, because Philomel and what was the other one? Polaris? Yeah, they were just sitting around with Camperdown and Howe the whole time. Camperdown and Howe took no damage, fired 27 rounds, and 27 rounds each, and they got one hit. Somehow I don't think that changed the outcome, but good effort, guys. Gridley here survived, actually. We got a 14-inch hit and some 5-inch, but she survived in the end, just about. That's a shame, but oh well. And we did sink the 1,800-tonner USS Waters with pretty much the same amount of fire, but she was just less lucky about it, I guess. Her 14-inch shell apparently hit a 4-inch turret, which is just brutal, really. New Zealand did fantastically. She only took 7 12-inch hits altogether, plus 1 4-inch. And all at the very start, too. All between 10:47 and 53. Superstructure, hull, machinery, secondary battery, hull. It was a damned good bit of luck on the Americans' part that they got that one hit that disabled our machinery, actually, or this battle would have been a lot shorter. On the other hand, you could also say it's a damned bad bit of luck for them that it didn't cost us like 1 more knot of speed, or they probably would have gotten away. But, Oregon did not really take that much of a beating. Only 27 14-inch hits. But yeah, the first salvo in the opening minutes, and then after about 10:53, she never really hit us again. I don't know why exactly. We didn't take her conning tower or anything out, but she just started falling apart. She did lose a turret. And then, yeah, after that, she was running for like 2 hours before we got a couple more hits, and then she was running for another 2 hours. That was our first close pass, probably, and then another hour. The fire was really getting to her, actually, which was What even started the fire? Fire extinguished. Fire spreads. Fire extinguished. Fire spreads. But, okay, I mean, I guess this must have started the fire. I don't know. I feel like usually it says. Ah, the fires raged out of control is what actually finished her, as a matter of fact. Although, in fairness, she was pretty dead by that point. Her flotation was hideously bad, and she was getting pummeled by 14-inch again at last, and that would have done it. So yes, 7-12-inch for 27 14-inch. HMS New Zealand really did just outshoot USS Oregon there. I mean, well done. The range helped, the fact that it was close. That is a pretty big win. Parliament authorizes war loans. Steals the plans for this large heavy cruiser. Not actually that large heavy cruiser. We lose a submarine. That was our last submarine. Hey, the Austrians, well, lost a light cruiser for a destroyer, but at least they got in a fight, yeah? Tallahassee's been interned. We're still blockading the enemy. Okay, well that will be a fine note to leave off on. We've actually turned the war around a little. The Americans have some forces back on the East Coast, but no capital ships, just a bunch of cruisers and carriers. Not even battle cruisers, just light cruisers, destroyers and carriers. Their main fleet is coming back through the Caribbean now, presumably to relieve Panama. Hopefully we can keep bouncing them around between Maine and Panama. And maybe we'll add a bounce over to Hainan. That's probably a good idea, honestly. If we want to actually take, in fact, let's do that before I forget. That might lure them all the way over there, to be honest. That's not all their ships, to be fair. I don't know where their other battleships are. Or my intel's just wrong. But they've got more than 4. They've still got 7. They are thoroughly outgunned now. On the other hand, we only have about 1 more year to finish it before these 40 and 50,000 ton monsters start getting finished. And at that point, we're pretty much dead, so... Or, well, okay. At the very least, we can no longer accept any capital ship engagement at that point. Let's put it that way. So, time's a-ticking. Air power's turning in our favor now. 2 carriers online. Still kind of in the balance. They could go to war with Spain, especially at any time. Theoretically, also Japan. That would help, but it would also delay the end of the war, so I don't know. In any case, we'll see how it goes next time. I'm gonna leave it off there for now. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.